morning, children. Today we are going to see computer fundamental. Okay, fundamental means the basic things of the computer. Okay, just look. First, what is computer? Computer is an electronic data processing machine which performs millions of tasks at the same time with high speed and accuracy. So it is the computer. Next, it consists of three main units. Okay, computer consists three main units. How many main units? Three main units. Main units. One is input unit. Next one is control unit. What is it? Or CPU. CPU means central processing unit. Another one is output unit. The main things in computer is one is input unit and next one is CPU, central processing unit. Next, output unit. What is it? Input unit, CPU, output unit. This the three things is very essential for the computer. Now we are going to see one by one. Okay. First, input unit. The word reference input means what? Input means giving instruction to the computer. So just look here. It means the communication between the computer and the user to solve problem. A set of instructions and data are fed into the computer through this unit. Okay, to solve some problems we need to solve means, so for that we need to give the instruction to the computer first, then only we can get the answer. So that only they are saying here. The communication between the user and the computer. User and the computer. We are the user. Computer is there now. So, but both the communication. Communication means was interaction between both the things. So, we need to communicate with the computer and the computer through this unit only. For example, keyboard. Mouse, next mic, next what is that? Keyboard, mouse, mic, next scanner, so like that, etc. So these are the input unit. Through keyboard we will use to give the instruction as the words or letters. Through mouse we will use to drag and click the icon in the computer. Next, mic we will use to speak audio as the input. Scanner, we will scan some document and we will upload into the computer. This is the input unit. Next, CPU, central processing unit. this unit does the entire work of the computer. Okay, wow? CPU only doing the each and every process of the computer. Okay, this unit does the entire work of the computer. It is also called as the brain of the computer. CPU is called as the brain of the computer. It gets the information from the input unit and processes in the central processing unit and sends to the output unit as a result. Okay, it has 3 submenus or subunit. How many subunit? 3 subunit. First one is control unit. Next one is memory unit. Next is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. Okay, just look. Central processing unit has it does the entire process of the computer. It is also called as the brain of the computer. First, it gets the input from the input unit and process in the CPU and sends the output to the output unit. Just listen. It has 3 subunits. What are they? Control unit, memory unit, and arithmetic and logical unit. It is called as a ALU. Okay. Next, output unit. Output unit. This unit processes the data and give out as a readable form. Readable form means what? As we can read easily. So, this unit what will do? It will use the output as a readable form to the user. So, first we will give the, just look the, it is, for example, it is a computer. Okay. It is the monitor. Here it is the CPU. Here it is the mouse and it is the keyboard. Okay. Everything is connected to the CPU. Okay. Okay, it is the CPU is the major part or main brain of the computer. So it does the entire job. Okay, first if you give the input through the keyboard, first it will goes to the CPU and do the process and it will shows on the monitor. The same way, when we use the mouse also, first it will instruct by the CPU, then it will shows on the monitor. Okay. Just listen. Output unit means this is the output unit where we will get the result, where we will see the result. நம்ம எங்க results பார்ப்போமோ, that is called as a output unit. So just listen. What So if you are typing here, we can just give the instruction, but where it will shows? It will shows on the monitor. So only monitor is the output unit? No, it has so many output unit. One is monitor, projector, speaker, like that. So many output units are there. Okay, just now look the how does computer works. How does computer works? ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. Next, memory unit. Next, control unit. So it is the main process. This process is occurring in the CPU. Okay, this process is going on in the inside the CPU. CPU kulla idellame nadakku. Okay, first what we will give? We will give the input. Then what we will receive? Output. Just listen. First what we will give? We will give the input. We will give the input. Now it will goes to the memory. Okay, memory. Then it will goes to the memory. Will send the instruction to the control unit. Okay, and receives the instruction from the control unit. Then control unit will send it to the ALU. What? Control unit will send the instruction to ALU. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணனும் அப்படின்றத ALU க்கு control unit send பண்ணுவோம். ஓகேவா? Then the ALU after finishing the manipulation, then ALU send it to the control unit. Okay? ALU என்ன பண்ணும்? Control unit க்கு send பண்ணும். Again. So memory unit. So memory unit process பண்ணி memory unit send பண்ணி memory unit finish பண்ணிடும். Finish பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் after finishing, then it will goes to the control unit. Next, the control unit will send the result to the output unit. So it will ask whether it may need to show or not. Is coming mo anama அப்படினு கேக்கும். So it will goes to the output unit. So first look. First, we are giving the input to the memory unit. Memory unit will send to the control unit. Control unit send to the ALU. Again, it will send to the memory unit. Then output will be displayed. So like this only, computer is working. After receiving a data from the input, device, then the process is entirely done through this steps only. Okay, just look. Control unit. This unit coordinates all other units of the computer. Okay, what it is doing? It is coordinating. Coordinating means combining all the unit of the computer, controlling all the units of the computer. It directs the input unit. Sorry, it directs the input unit to send the data to the memory unit for the storage and to the ALU to perform the operation, and after finishing the process it will send to the output unit. Okay, first where it is going, it is input ALU memory, next control output. First it will direct the input devices to give the instruction to the memory. First it will direct the input unit to give the instruction to the memory. Then memory unit will sends the process to the ALU. Then after finishing the ALU work, then it will sends the output. So like that only it is working. Each and every work is controlled by the control unit. Okay. Next, arithmetic and logic unit. Next, ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. This unit performs the all arithmetic and logical performance or process. Arithmetic means what? Arithmetic means mathematical calculation. Okay, logical means condition checkings. So arithmetics and logical units is performed to manipulate the mathematical calculations and logical sequences. So here accumulator, called accumulator. Accumulator stores the result of the mathematical calculation temporarily. Still, control unit gives the transfer instruction. So accumulator is the basic memory. It will store the mathematical calculation. Still, the control units gives the instruction to transfer the data. So still transferring the output. Still, the mathematical calculation is stored in the accumulator. Okay. Primary memory. This is also called memory unit, also called as a main memory. Memory or primary memory. Memory unit is also called as a main memory or primary memory. This unit is used to storing the data. Okay, this unit why we are using? Storing the data or information during the process. So memory unit is used to storing the data. So it has so many addresses. For example, we will use to see this my computer. My computer, it has 2 to 3 drives in it. So many folders will be there. So that folders and all, everything is stored in a memory only. So it has 2 types. One is RAM. RAM, RAM, RAM. Another one is ROM, ROM, RAM, Random Access Memory. ROM, read only memory. Okay, first one is RAM, Random Access Memory, ROM.